Okay, we are going to work together to retell the story on my way to school. Okay, so we're going to start with our topic sentence, which is let me tell you about on my way to school. Are you ready? Here is our journal. It's December 10th. I'm coming down here. Let me tell you about. So we're going to do let, leave a space, me, leave a space, tell, leave a space, you, leave a space, about, I don't have room for another word, on, notice I have a capital because it's part of a name of the story, on my way to school, and with a period. So let me tell you about on my way to school. Okay, what happened first? Well, since we're putting things in a specific order, we are going to share by starting the sentence with the word first. F-I-R-S-T. Then we put a comma to separate it from the rest of the sentence because first is not part of the idea that we're sharing. It's just the ordinal word. It's just the word telling what order to go in. Okay, so let's look at the story we had here. So remember the first thing that happened is what animal did he find? It was a pig in a wig, to have even more detail. And what did the pig have to do with making him late? What did the pig want? The pig wanted to play. Remember, a pig asks me to come and play. So the first problem the boy ran into is a pig wants to play. So we're going to put that here. First, a pig, leave a space, wants. Want is a sight word, wants. Okay, wants to. Lots of sight words we're using. So these should be good for practicing using those sight words. First, a pig wants to play. Notice the word play has a long A. This time it's spelled A-Y. Way did too, A-Y. Okay, so first a pig wants to play. How do we show that we're done with the thought? We put a period. Okay. So first a pig wants to play. That's sharing a detail. We could have just said first he sees a pig, but that doesn't explain why that would possibly make him late. A pig wants to play. Adds more detail. Okay, after the pig, what's the next problem? So we said pig makes me late for school today. Okay, but then we had here, remember the apes and the duck? What was their problem? They were out of gas. Okay. So they're going to join on there as well. So this one says, apes make me late for school today. So the next sentence we need is going to be about those apes. So we're going to do next. And we need to share a detail about the apes and or duck to explain more of the reason why the boy is late. Okay, so next, who should we talk about? Should we add both the apes and the duck? So we have the apes. What else? And we're putting a group together, so we need to combine the topic, the apes and duck. What was their problem? They ran out of gas. So next, the apes and duck run out of gas. And our thought with a period. Next, the apes and duck run out of gas. Okay, it makes sense. I have all the words I need. I didn't accidentally skip anything. Okay, so our next step is to do a then sentence. What happens then? Then, oh, barely fits on there. Then, remember, use your space as you need to. Okay, what was the next problem? Frogs and gumdrops. Okay, so the problem is that frogs are gathering gumdrops. Okay, then frogs are gathering up gumdrops, or we could talk about how the gumdrops are falling on the bus. So, but either way, the topic is frogs. That's who we're talking about in this sentence. And frogs are, and you know what, I'm going to use the word mopping because that was in the story, the word mop. Remember they said 2 frogs cut, 2 frogs mop. So I'm going to use the word mop to help me. Add details. So mopping, there's the word mop. And then because it's a short vowel, I'm going to put another P before I do my ing. Mopping, remember ing is ing. Mopping up what? What are they mopping up? Gumdrops. And that's a word I got from the story as well. Okay. So there I have frogs are mopping up gumdrops. Okay, and now I'm ready for my finally sentence. So finally, what was the last problem the boy ran into? After he has come across the frogs, remember the frogs then leave, the duck leaves, the apes decide to go fishing. But then what do they see? The pig and the boy see what? A crocodile! Okay, so finally, a crocodile. And you know, if the crocodile were just staying put at his pool, that wouldn't be a problem. But where did he go? It slid under the gate. Okay, finally, a crocodile slid under the gate. Let's let's use that as our final sentence. Finally, I'm out of room, but you know what? If you run out of room, you can always just go to your next page. Finally, crocodile. Let's see, what was the word that they used? Crocodile slinks under the pool. Okay, so crocodile. My O was a little messy there. Okay, slinks out of the pool and then it slid under the gate. Finally, a crocodile slid under the gate. Okay, so now we have been able to share the events that were most important from this story. Okay, let's reread it back to ourselves and make sure we have a good beginning, middle, and end. Let me tell you about On My Way to School. Oh, I remembered something. When we put a title of a story, we can underline it just like that. Let me tell you about On My Way to School. First, a pig wants to play. Okay, we have a complete sentence there, the whole thought. It makes sense. I started with the capital, I have my comma and my period. Next, the ape and duck run out of gas. Okay, that made sense. I have my capital and my period, comma, with good spaces between my words. Then, comma, frogs are mopping up gumdrops. Period. Capital, comma, period, spaces. It makes sense. Finally, a crocodile slid under the gate. Again, it made sense. Everything is there that needs to be there to make sure that those that are reading my writing understand what I want to say. Okay. Now, if you start on the back of each page, now this is from yesterday, which I didn't show you an example, but I've just been keeping track of what we do every day in my journal. And so some of you might have an empty page on the left. And if you wrote starting there, then it would come over and finish up on this page and you'd be able to see it all on one page. But either way, I want you to take a picture of both the first page and second page if it took you 2 pages to finish, okay? So I want to see the first page and second page as you turn it in so that we can make sure that we see the whole paragraph and that you followed along with us. Okay, thanks for your good work and happy learning.